Welcome aboard, Captain.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Welcome aboard, Captain. It muted. Well, maybe it was me that muted it, but at some point it became muted. That's all I'll say. So anyway, yeah, does this work? Hello? There we go. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, well, I guess you didn't hear because I was muted. I'm now that I've got these upgrades, I'm trying to get back down to this alien distress call that I've kind of been attempting to get at for a while here, but I just haven't had the depth abilities to get to it. It's like only 200 something meters away here, but for my Sea Glide, or Sea Truck I should say, could only go down to 150 meters before, and I finally got it upgraded a while ago, but I just haven't gotten back around here. And I just kind of want to save battery, really. Oh, now this is going to be a cool section here. I would take this vehicle in there, but I won't, because it'll probably just land and I won't be able to get it out. Here's my robot crab buddies. They're not really buddies, they'll attack you if you're not careful, if you mess with them. I have already been here. But wait, why would it... Let me double check again. Maybe I missed something? Yeah, this is where I got the the AI implanted in my head. Well, it's not even just an AI, it's like a group consciousness. It's the, oh, well, this is a famous Subnautica problem. Getting caught up on rocks, or just anything, really. I'm going to jump here for a while, and it'll unstick me eventually, hopefully. Come on now. Sometimes pausing. Saving. Yep. Of course. Of course, now I've saved in this predicament. Oh no. Base hive mind chip, yeah. I mean, he's for a crazy robot hive mind thing, he's pretty cool. You know, the name is escaping me for them at the moment. Starts with an A. Yeah, so it looks like I am stuck even more than I was before. So I tell you what, this is unfortunate, but I think our solution right here is to, well, it's not an augmentation necessarily. Basically, what the character here did was, actually, since man, that save trick really works, I gotta say. What happened was, our character Robin here was just kind of investigating the general situation. Oh, I might as well grab these ion cubes while I'm here, because these you can use to build quantum lockers and that sort of thing. And you can only find them in alien ruins, of course. But like here, this is where it happened. So I came up here, and apparently this facility was running very, very, very low on power, keeping this AI. I call it an AI, but it's not really. I mean, it kind of is, it kind of isn't. They've kind of transcended biological life. But anyway, so apparently it was within a. Robin comes up to the podium, and the AI says, "All right, I'm gonna implant it in your. Our technology seems to be compatible," and so she puts her PDA up this thing right here, thinking he's gonna put it in there, and then it goes in her head, and it wasn't even a chip. It was just like a energy something or whatever, and basically this game's got two subplots, if you want to call it that. Right now we're trying to find more details on our sister's disappearance or location. Hopefully she's still alive. And we're also trying to get, if you can notice these green ones, we're trying to make a body for this artificial intelligence / hive mind architect. And they're architects, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, so basically they're like a weird hybrid biological electromechanical hive mind. I keep saying that, but that's what they are. And he talks to Robin about how lonely it must be to be just one thought or consciousness in a mind, and she can't understand what he's thinking. So, yeah. But until then, we're stuck with it. And actually, you might be able to hear him if I can get to one of these artifacts, because they're close. But a lot of times, of course, you'll find deeper cave systems or whatnot that you have to go through to get it. So, like, this is only 238 meters away, but how much rock is in between that, right? Oh, and this guy's going to try to kill himself on us. And I don't want to get my C-truck caught down here with only 33% on the battery. Yeah. So basically our enemies are this entire planet for the most part, and a gigantic corporation that has done some shady shit. And, you know, they all kind of do their weird stuff in the lore of this game. And right now, I guess for the sister part of the story, we're going in a direction to try to activate or deactivate a tracking device from Altera. So right now we need to build this, it's not a fabricator, it's a unique thing. There's so many things you can build. Let's see. Man, am I even gonna find it? I must have missed it. Test override module, here you go, yeah. So we need to do that. In order to do that, we need a parallel processing unit, and I don't know where we're going to find that. So basically, it's just searching everywhere, trying to get deeper, metaphorically and physically, and discover what you need to discover. So if we come at this from another angle, will we have a better luck? And it is supremely easy to get sidetracked and distracted. I mean, that's kind of what it's about, if I'm being honest. It's like, oh, I need this, but I gotta get that. And so, now, what's down here? I bet there's something cool down here. Okay, so...
Seek fluid intake.
And that is not the AI, that's just my PDA. That's just a normal...
Vital signs stabilizing.
But it's on a completely different level. It's like just gold, just sitting here. I won't take it all because I don't have the space. Yeah, this mostly just seems to be a mineral deposit, but I was hoping it was an access to a deeper cave. Oh shit. We'll be careful about it. And it's like, those down there are just diamonds, but we don't need more of them right now. I don't want to get blown up, so... Yeah, alright, well it's probably best to go back to the other one. Right now I'm debating on whether I should just go ahead and build a moon pool up here to upgrade this Seahawk a little more, or wait till later. Because what I'm really looking for, and I don't have any idea where to find it, is spiral fragments. Let's see. And I wonder if I have anything in my PDA that would tell me more about it. Probably not. And they don't have ingredients on here necessarily, but we'll look for synthetic fibers. Yeah, so advanced materials. So we need rubies, and we got a shitload of those, believe it or not. And I need a spiral plant clip, and until I find them, I'm just kind of stuck. But let's go. So last known position. That's kind of. I was mentioning Margarita earlier. She's kind of a crazy old lady. Well, I don't know about old, but she's seen a lot in her time. And talks about, she's got a giant Reaper Leviathan skull like mounted in her living room, for lack of a better term, and tells a story about how she was trapped on it or in it for several days. It was already dead, so but she found it and just used it to survive and got very acquainted with the taste of Reaper Leviathan fat and drinking the rotten blood. Did I ever get the? Yes, I did actually. To my surprise, the coffee dehydration a little bit, but it does warm you up, so that is quite nice. And now I gotta refill the coffee. Yeah, I wish it would make you swim faster or something like that, but it's mostly a warmth kind of deal, which is useful because it's kind of this section of the planet has got a lot of ice. Okay, now these are interesting areas, like fallen ships. I could go in there, but I think I'll wait until I have more of a well, not more of, just a laser cutting torch. That's what it is. Make sure I got my spare tank of oxygen. Hydration, not looking great, but YOLO. Let's see. Now 740 meters, that wasn't it. Alright, we'll do the glider here, because I don't want to lose oxygen. These will blow up on you if you're not careful. So don't ever swim over one. Okay, so I can tell already that we're probably not going to get down here. And I keep forgetting that we might be closer than you thought.
This artifact could provide useful information. Processing.
Alan.
I can visualize a location where we may find an important component for my body. The image is hazy, but I am sure it is correct. A stark surface landscape, dangerously cold. Curved spires stretch to the sky.
And that's just yet another thing I gotta track on my HUD, I guess. But really, I might as well grab that ion cube. I mean, I hate just grabbing stuff and filling the inventory up, but these are kind of handy. 400 meters, it's like, oh, these are tantalizingly close. Now this is something probably scannable. This is a fossil excavator. And there are some gigantic fossils on this planet. We haven't come across any yet in this game through, but in the last one, actually I think the biggest one is in the first game.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, yeah, so we'll get out of here. Now where is that darn... Okay, well we'll just get higher before we think about exactly where we're going. Ah, there it is.
Oxygen.
Alright, I won't risk it. Go through this again. Oh, so that's not too far. Yeah, and technically I could have come down here with that, but just a lot of little annoyances sometimes that you gotta work around. Truly a survival. Okay, let's hear what you got to say, Alan.
How do humans cope with the loss of memories?
Like forgetting someone's birthday? I don't know, it just happens.
When you die, some quantity of knowledge is lost forever to the next generation. Isn't that...
I'm warning you, if you call humanity inefficient one more time, I will swim us both into the mouth of a Leviathan.
Is that sarcasm? I am still having trouble differentiating.
How inefficient?
Efficiency aside, does the loss of knowledge not create complications?
Well, on a personal level, losing someone can be traumatic. But it's harder to process the idea of generational knowledge. Humans aren't networked, so we can't even be aware of what we're losing moment by moment. We try to learn from history. Maybe it's not ideal, but it's what we have.
What happens when you no longer have the memories of others to combine with your own?
You make your own memories and interpretations. You have to experience life as an autonomous being. Discover yourself.
That idea is foreign to me.
Yes, they have a lot of these little exchanges about the difference in the psychology and form. And it just makes you think about I guess there might be, probably. I mean, it's a big universe, but assuming there are aliens out there, they probably think in a totally different way. I mean, even on Earth, just all the different creatures. So, but yeah, for the coffee machine, like I said, you just throw your thermos in there and fills it up. Delicious bean juice. I don't know why it's emptying into nothing. Yeah, yeah, just like I've read like sci-fi about sentient bacteria colonies, and they feed off uranium's decay energy, and then the current of water flows or whatever to make them think. It's like an AI computer. Well, it was an SCP. I don't know if you've ever heard of the SCP project or whatever, but I used to read a lot of those, and it was kind of neat. Let's see. We got our coffee. We need to eat and get something to drink. Resources. Yeah, I mean, just even finding a bacterium on an asteroid that doesn't have an Earth origin, because it kind of tripped me out when I found out how much things can, like, if the Earth gets hit by an asteroid or something. The femur breaker? Yeah, SPC. Yeah, it's funny. I haven't read too much of it in a while, but I used to like read a bunch of it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Man, I was hungrier than I thought. Might as well cook this other one here. And I need to be getting some, what are they called? All right, we've got our depth upgrade, so we're still, god dang, still got to find that synthetic fiber ingredient. And what I really want is this sea truck storage module, because that means I can carry more stuff around, which is always what I'm about. Let's see if I got anything in here to take with me. I can't charge that, but I will need sea truck batteries, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice some. What does that involve, actually? Copper. 2 batteries and some silicone rubber. I will hold off on actually making it until I get down there, but I'll have that ready to go. And I'll put one of these ion cubes down here. And actually, might as well just make a quantum storage locker and I'm here. And look at these cool prawn additions that I can do once I figure out the recipe for the prawn. I'm close. I got 3 out of 4. Let's see. Is it a deployable? Quantum locker. Okay, so I need an ion. Oh, those are expensive, but luckily I do have my 2 table coral and Carl and some gold, and you do need a little more copper. So copper and some silver. We got 1 silver. A lot of silver. Wait, where'd it go? Anyway. We need 1 more copper. 1 more copper. Calling all copper. Nope. As it turns out, it's never there when you need it. Alright, but anyway, there was a decent amount in that lower base, which I'll go to and hopefully not get eaten by that gigantic shadow Leviathan that hangs out down there. Put a little horsepower boost in this sea truck earlier today. Well, not even, an hour ago. And it zips along a little better, I gotta say. I don't know if you've seen I'll let myself get attacked because these are kind of cool to look at. But if you're in a deep area, don't get in the vision of one of these because they make you like trip out. Hey, you. The directions are all wrong. Piloting's weird. Your HUD is messed up. I have no idea where the sea truck is now. There it is. It's kind of cool, but when you're low on oxygen in the bottom of a cave and you only got one, you don't even have another tank left. That is not so cool. All right, let's know in position. Oh, and that just keeps moving around. Now we're good now. Now this thing can only go down to 300 meters, so we can't quite get all the way down to Marguerite's place, but we can get close. When it was 150, I had to go way up here, and that was just no fun. A lot of backtracking. That's part of why I made that base. But... Alright, gotta keep an eye on our depth gauge here, because she'll start cracking up. 250. We're still good. This is the way. 267. Or is this the way? We're closest. 273. Also gotta not hit the random objects. Okay. We'll go back down through here. And it's not next to the alien artifact, but it is kind of near these fan deals. Like I say, we've only got 23 on our thing, so we need to, as soon as we get down there, I need to get one of my spare batteries out. Make a deal. Okay, I think we're getting close here. Yeah. 270, 280. Alright, whoa, 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 whoa.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
And they're really strict about it. Though I guess if you just had to go down for a touch, you could be alright. And it's like, what is this? It's a flowering spore. Have I gotten one of these before? Yes. Actually, I dropped it when I died. I guess. Okay, now what am I doing down here? I've gotten lost a little bit, but we'll just take this opportunity to find something cool. Maybe I can find that spiral too. Is that it? No. That would have been really cool though. Alright, you gotta watch down, because a lot of those crazy psycho guys are down here, if I remember. These giant pods. Yeah, see those? Oh, I don't want to be looking at one of those. No. Alright. We're getting led to it. So that's a good sign. Got about half of this one left. Oxygen I'm talking about. We're almost at 600 meters. Oh shit, look at that. I bet that guy. Oh, those are really not great, but they're not the worst. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for it. Oxygen plant, thank goodness. Always grab these when you get a chance, because they do refill, but your lungs don't underwater. Oh, and they have the decency to put us out here and like have an airlock. Man, this is getting better and better. Oh, we'll leave the silver. How they transition from walking, from swimming is kind of cool too. I'll put that away and have my knife out because you run faster with that, you know, right? I never did play too much Counter-Strike, but is there anything we can scan here? Because there is actually a decent bit of life on the surface of the planet, as one would expect, right? Oh, these are ornamental. That's even cooler. Molecular scan. I won't read the whole thing. Interesting. It's an alien bonsai tree, kind of. I guess. Or just a tree. And this is kind of what the species vaguely looked like, I think. I can kind of see it in some of Alan's virtual face. I keep forgetting the jump button because you almost never end up jumping.
Seek fluid intake.
Man, I wish I could just drink that, but it's probably salt water, right? Alright, I'm here for some reason, and I don't know what it is. I mean, it's pretty, but, you know, give me something to scan. Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Unless you can... Nah, I don't think you can get up there. Well, it was good to get the oxygen, right? How are we doing? Oh, see, and I forgot the other tank was empty. I keep doing that. It's going to cost... Well, it has killed me several times. As you can see, we're at 9 deaths, and I would guess about half of those are from just suffocating. Alright, we're back out here. So that wasn't it. That was not the artifact. That was just a cool little diversion, I guess. But no, there had to be something to it. Well, anyway, I won't theorize on it too much more. Oxygen plant, like I said, always grab it. Oh shit. I had not caught one of those before. That took away about 2/3 of my health. Oblivious, yeah, that's what I was. I was oblivious. Leave the gold. Alright, we need to think about getting back. And I should have had used my knife on that, but whatever. Man, it's just another day in Subnautica. Let's see, is there anything else I can get while I'm down here? I'll hit that oxygen plant again. Different one this time. And if I could just find some spiral... Ah! It happened again! Am I stupid or what? I probably did. Well, that's what you get. Just not used to them. Alright, where'd that button go? Death. 10 deaths. That's, I guess, okay. How much did I lose? Not too much. I did lose an ion cube, it looks like, though, so I guess I'll go back down there. And try not to be stupid this time. Alright, so I can't remember if it was left or right, so we'll try them both. And I gotta remember what those things look like on the ground, because I've seen they're like deployed form or whatever, and I've been in there and I got eaten. But what does the other look like? And if I don't get that back, it's not a huge deal. I'm not... Okay, stay away from that guy. Alright, we're going deeper again here. Alright, that is something you don't want to mess with right there. I think this might be it. Of course, I do not see our stuff. And I've... Oh my god. Stay stupid, boy. Okay, if you don't get actually eaten, it's not so bad. Who would have guessed, right? What is this? Oh, it's another oxygen plant that I already used. That. Okay, so it's not just something you swim into. It's something that actively grabs you, so just stay away from on top of it. Or around it, or just kind of avoid it in general. It's not here to make friends. Okay, and there's that scary shark dude. Shark squid. It's like, what other nightmares can they come up with? Right. This, what is that? It's not anything bad, I guess, because I'm still alive. Alright, and before I run out of oxygen, I'll just have to make a run past this dude. You know what? I might scan him. I'm feeling kind of ballsy.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
By the way, never do that. It's really stupid.
Oxygen.
Swap tank, and I guess we're just so low down here that the oxygen efficiency is not good enough, even with my advanced rebreather here. Which is okay. What are these dudes? Oh, they're eggs. That's interesting. Until I have an aquarium, I won't bother with them. You can actually have an aquarium on the back of your sea truck, which is, I don't know if I see the utility in that, but I'm sure they have some sort of game feature that or plot point. Because I mean, that seems like a very specific thing, unless you just love having little sea creatures about. Okay, I think I'm about to pull the cord on this, or what do you call that? Pull the chute. Eject. Because there's nothing to be found and we're suffocating pretty soon here. Unless... Oh, let's see, nice timing. I don't want to die down here again. I'll just go straight up.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you know, that little dude would ruin it for me. Okay, there's the sea truck. 245 meters. Are we going to make it? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. But I do know it was directly above the...
Oxygen.
Whatever. Alright. Well... Can't win them all. But we're close. So I can just swim straight down here and get my stuff. Giant underplants, yeah. They're scary. I think that's just a rational thing. I mean, carnivorous plants are kind of freaky in general. Death 11. But underwater, just everything's twice as bad underwater. Don't tell me why. I was watching a video on riptides the other day, and it's just like, man, even the water itself just trying to kill you. The thing to do with those is just kind of swim perpendicular to it. Don't try to fight it. If you happen to be thinking about that at some point in the future. Barely got any battery left on this thing. Let's see, is this something scannable? It is not. See, I'm kind of confused a little bit because sometimes it seems like when you die, when you go back to where you died, your stuff that you dropped will be there for you. But I didn't drop anything this time. Okay, that's why. Alright then. Oh, actually, this is good because I won't have to. You can build these power cells, excuse me, with dead batteries. So I don't know why I was worried about using the other one. Next time I get next to a fabricator, I'm doing it. Oh, and actually,
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
you can build a fabricator on the back of your sea truck, which, I mean, that's pretty useful, right? I'm not sure if I'd rather have that in the storage, but I do have the plans unlocked. Alright. So that was not the area I was really looking for. But it's good to know that it's out there. I think I've been there before, but a lot of them look the same. TBH. But I am looking for that other base. And just get down deep in there. Cause I mean, once you start seeing a lot of kyanite like that, that's a good place to be searching. But will it have the red coral? Or I keep messing it up. The spiral cutting, whatever that is what I am really looking for. Like, game, can you help me out here? From a gamer to a game, throw me a bone here. And it's like, I know I'm close. See those dudes over there, like that, those are sea monkeys. In the early part of the game, they were kind of, they would steal your stuff, basically. And that's not very cash money. But, Oh yeah, how to say now? I don't know if they trade with you, but they will give you stuff sometimes. So I'm not sure exactly what their motives are, but they're cool enough now, so I don't worry about them. Whereas before, if I saw one, I'd just run because.
Warning. Maximum
All right.
depth reached. Hull damage
Now here's the
imminent.
thing: if you leave your sea truck just plain as it is like that, below the crush depth, even if you're not in it, it's gonna get crushed, right? So don't do that, or you'll wish you hadn't, because they're kind of expensive to build. And actually, next time I'm up there, I need to use my repair gun and repair it. I don't think I missed anything in here last time, but this is the this is Marguerite's house, quote unquote. Looks very nice and welcoming and clean, right? This is her prawn suit with crazy barnacles. It's a totally well-adjusted individual kitted that out, right? Oh, look, I'm stuck again. The jump saved me there. And she's got a big pet here. But, I mean, you have to be tough. Like, yeah. See, that's a Reaper Leviathan, and that's kind of the mascot of Subnautica, I guess. I haven't encountered one in this game yet, but in the first one, they're in the craziest places, and you can't see, but you can hear them from a while away. And they're really scary. And this creature that she's got tamed here is to prevent you from going into her quarters, but you won't attack me if I don't. But it'll make noise. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. As you can see, it's very cozy and comfy. But yeah, you can definitely tell when they were developing this game, they focused way more on the swimming mechanics and the walking. And that was the case in the first one too. And that makes sense. It's a game about being underwater, right? But like, you can get caught up just without much issue, or issue's not the word, but you can just be doing anything and be caught up. It's like you wouldn't make it across a parking lot, I don't think, without getting caught. It feels like that sometimes. But anyway, since we are here in the right area, I will go down to our other base and we'll go ahead and make another power cell for the sea truck. And we'll push on forward a little bit. Yeah, I can't believe she ate that thing. Yeah. Yep. There's a really... I wonder if I could pull it up for you. Because the audio log is just so good. I'll wait till I get to the base. But it can be playing in the background, but man, it's just like bone chilling. Don't cross her, because she'll like kill you, I'm pretty sure, if you cross her. It's only, you know, because she was feeling good that day, I guess, that she didn't kill me.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, make sure to, because if you forget to do that, it's always annoying. Alright, let's cook up. We can't cook anything up. But there are bladderfish around here, so we'll be alright. Battery charger. Good on that. We don't need to charge it. We can just silicone rubber it and make a power cell. And I'll have to have a power cell charger for that, but... But I do need to make sure I get a spare battery for whatchamacallit, my Sea Glide, in case I run out. I would charge it right now, but yeah, I will do that. I mean, I don't want to be caught with a dead battery ever. All right, let's see. Log, data bank. I wonder, use a mouse for this part. Logs and communication, Marguerite. Now let's see. Oh yeah, this is like, if you like nautical fiction or whatever.
Swimming back for land wasn't an option. I'd die from exhaustion long before I made it to shore. All I could do was survive long enough to wash up somewhere. I felt a suction, and suddenly there were vast jaws rising out of the water towards me.
It's like,
It had taken hours
oh, wow.
for the Reaper's corpse to float to the surface. Using the knife, I clambered up her flank and got a perch on top. I figured she'd float for a few days at least. Enough for me to catch my breath. But would she sink before or after I died of thirst?
It keeps
I
on
had a
getting
knife,
worse.
a repair tool, and 3 liters of water. At least I wasn't gonna die of exhaustion. Now, those Reapers, they're practically all muscle, but there's some fat in there. I was able to keep warm and drink the water. And I didn't have much, but I had that repair tool, so I had a spark. It took a week to light that first fire. And I know more about the burning properties of Reaper fat than I ever cared to. I had to ration fires, but as they burned, I could smoke meat that I carved out of the beast's rib cage.
And it's like, I hope I find some other logs because, damn. I guess she had water, so she didn't like go full like drinking the blood or whatever. But you know, still, it's pretty dire situation. Magnetites, we'll leave it. All right, I think we got enough to rehydrate and fill up. Actually, we need one more fishy fish and get a spare bottle of water to carry around. Man, it's weird to think that this fish is just like
Warning.
a swimming
30
bottle of water.
seconds of oxygen remaining.
Inventory's full, as it usually is. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like the highest budget game. It's kind of a small studio, but they have some pretty good voice acting in a lot of it. I have to say, I think anyway. Let's see. This water going. It's more than the first one, dude. Alright, we'll drink the water just so we have the inventory space back. Table core roll. Do we have any more copper down here so I can make another computer chip? I do not, but I can get some. Alright, let's go ahead and eat. Sustenance. Fluffy with a bit of kick, nice. Tastes like hot plastic, decent water content. Like the descriptions on these these cooked fish are just funny too. Cooked newt fish. It does not, it does newt taste good. I didn't catch that the first time. It's a bottom feeder and tastes like it. It's like some good humor. And it's like part of me wonders whether it's Robin's like sort of thoughts upon the thing, or if it's like that's what's actually in the PDA. So we're using that. We don't need that. Table coral you cannot use out in the field. Ion cube, I don't think you can. With this titanium and gold up because we don't need to build anything too soon. And you know what? I think we can just build that moon pool. We only need 2 to build a locker, so that works out just fine, actually. Let's see. I always forget that. This one. Got it. Oh, no. It's not right trigger to build it, it's left, or it's A button. And I bet just people like just can't stand the thought of playing this with a controller, but it's more relaxing, I think. Usually when I can play with a controller, I do. Unless it's like a shooter or something. And even then, like Halo, secretly I like to play the campaign with a controller. Anything else do I need? Now we got that taken care of. Let's get us some more water and, well, food. We'll need food, so I'll just get some more real quick, and then we'll explore some more. Make a real decent push for the depths. Get past that Shadow Leviathan. I always get it mixed up. See anything else down here? And we'll have that spare bottle of water, so it'll be fine. We'll eat these 2, and that'll fill us up. water. Water would be nice. And these delicious bottom-feeding fish. You know, I don't like fish that much, but catfish can be okay if it's deep fried. So, you don't have to hate all the bottom feeders. Wow, actually that food is not as sustaining as I thought it was. But I think we'll be okay. I will do one more, just to be sure. Alright, that ought to cover it right there. Cool. Alright, we're going in the water. And the battery died because we forgot to replace it. In and out, in and out. You know, I hadn't thought about it, but I wonder if there's like air conditioning or climate control in here. Because that thermometer shows 100, and I don't think that's correct. Because this game uses Celsius, and that would be boiling. So I don't think that's quite correct. Unless I'm reading it incorrectly, and I probably am. All right. Anyway, as I said, we're going deeper, and we're gonna try not to get eaten. These guys are cool, just don't get up in their face, and they'll leave you alone. Now here's the bad boy. You'll hear him. Yep, see that? Do not want to be called out. Scott sent to me. Ugh, you bit the fuck out of me. 75% of the health right there. Oh, that was a little scary. Alright, if I get tagged again, I'm out. And by that I mean dead, not just out. What are these? I've already scanned them. Alright, what I need to do is hug the wall so I can dive into these crystals. I gotta think like a coral fish or something. Become one with the fish. And that is copper ore. We'll be wanting some of that as soon as I can build that prawn suit. Let's scan this magnetite while we're at it, shall we? Alright, well, let's not dally.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Because this was more of an exploration mission than anything. It's tempting, but I gotta go.
Oxygen.
And it's like, well, if you come this far, and you gotta go back, right? That looks spooky. Uranite. Because you can build a nuclear reactor to power your stuff later. When you're, I don't know if the Cyclops requires it. Now see, we have been in a similar biome, I think. And look at these giant kyanite crystals, oh my god. Apparently you must need more of it in this game than you did in the last one, because that is quite a lot. Unless it's only in this one area, which I kind of doubt, but it's usually in a hotter kind of area. Alright, no oxygen plants down here, of course, because that would just be too easy. Alright, we need to get out of here. We're not going to make it back. I have a feeling. Alright, where's that base? This direction. Now we're going to get eaten or suffocate. I think eaten would be worse.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I mean, I've never really been eaten, but I've come close to drowning a couple times. It's not great. Alright. Where in the hell?
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know. Well, alright. Since they don't give any sort of positioning data, we're just gonna have to guess where our stuff is. Last thing was thermos and filtered water. And here we go again. That's 12. Sweet. Oh, they actually didn't take anything from us, so that's good. I kind of wonder about that. Like, when they decide, why do they decide to make you drop? And I'm thinking it's things that you have not picked up since you've been in your vehicle, or a base, perhaps, since you do happen to respawn in those areas. So, and I don't know if I mentioned before, but these dudes, they'll like go after rock grubs or whatever, and they'll dig up some pretty good metals for you. So if you're looking for silver, just hang around them, and copper too, I guess. Titanium. All right, now. Oh, see, I did a stupid right there. Hey, I walked in this guy's territory. Swam into it. He's coming for my ass. He's coming for me. Ah. Man, they do not mess around. And I don't have a good way to make health down here, so we're just gonna have to play it again. But anyway, I forgot to refill my tank. That's what I'm getting at. That's why vehicular exploration is so much nicer than just swimming. And I know where they do it, right? But it is really nice not have to worry about running out of oxygen. I mean, just ask these fish. If they had to carry around an air tank, I don't think they'd live down here. The real estate value would be terrible. Alright, let's see. I'll put this ruby up because I don't need to be carrying it anyway. Doesn't go in there. Doesn't go in there. And the lithium and the... Oh god, I don't want to lose the titanium ingots. Good lord. And the lead, we'll be needing that. Again, the food situation is kind of surprising me. But we're still alright, so I'll just keep going. We'll come back and charge our batteries in a sec. Well, we won't come back. We'll just probably end up dying and being spawned back, if I'm being honest. Because I know there's somewhere around here you're supposed to be going, but is it too soon? I might actually just have to look it up for next time. Because this has been like 2 streams where I have not been able to find that spiral coral. Okay, he's caught wind of me. But I'm in a little cranny here, so I don't... Psych! No, call it cheesy game mechanics if you will, but I just call it being a survivor. He's gonna make another pass at me, isn't he? Man, that's terrifying. Like I say, I still gotta say that either the Ghost Leviathan from the first one or the Reaper Leviathan. What's the worst part of the Reaper Leviathan is how they sneak up on you and they like grab you with their mandibles. So even if you're in a vehicle, you'll just be, you know, tooling along in your little, it wasn't a sea truck in the last one, it was a, I don't remember what it's called. Moon glider or something. But it was cool. It was a nice ship. But anyway, you'd be in that, just minding your own business, trying to discover another area, and then you just get grabbed from behind.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And this thing's chewing your face off and screaming at you. It's terrifying. I mean, they got the blood-curdling creature thing down the pad, I think. All right,
Oxygen.
well, there's all sorts of cool shit down here, but I don't need it. And it's like, okay, this is interesting. Oh man, that's like a giant gel thing. Oh, no, it's not. It's a underwater vent that I just somehow didn't catch. Alright, we are way the hell away from our base, so I'm gonna suffocate. Probably. Question mark. Oh, tell me this is it. No, it's a docking module. Damn it. Well, I got room for it. I'll take the titanium. Whatever. Just like this lithium. I don't need the lithium. Until I do. That's how it goes. Oh, hey, that's pretty neat. I've been here before, haven't I? I have. Oh, and check that spine out. That's from an ancient creature. Okay, so cool. I'll never in a million years be able to figure out how to get back to it, but... Oh man, I was hoping for a second they'd have some oxygen for me down here.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh boy, we're in a pickle. We are in a pickle. Alright. Well, that titanium's going bye-bye, I have a feeling.
Oxygen.
Well, that's all, folks. But it is good information to know that they're pickle my funniest shit I ever seen. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Alright, 13 deaths. It's going great, guys. It's going great. Well, I'm still not any closer to finding out where that tail or spiral coral is. And I could look it up, but I don't know the names of the biomes and the locations by heart, so that would take a little too long, I think. I will look it up for next time, for sure. But this time, I think I'm just going to do a little more exploring and see how long it takes me to die. Oh, and before I do that, because I have a bad habit of forgetting, I need to refill this oxygen tank. Alright, so Shadow Leviathan dude, he likes to hang out in the middle area here. Or just anywhere he wants to, because who's going to tell him where to go? There are bigger, badder dudes, but they aren't here. Like the Sea Dragon, or Sea Emperor, well, not the Sea Emperor, they're bigger than the Sea Dragon, but... Okay, so... Excuse me. Parched throat there. Yeah. As I was saying, they in the last one, and I'm guessing they have something like it in here. They had a literal fire-breathing underwater lizard thing, and it was the biggest hostile Leviathan, and it would live in the giant areas of magma. It's very weird, and you wouldn't think such a creature could exist, but how about that? Let's scan this since we haven't. I've already got a few of these, but maybe it'll unlock a nuclear power, of course. Bros. Okay, shit. Just say goodbye to 75% of your health bar if you cross path with one of those guys. And at least they have the decency to not totally kill you. Just kind of cripple you. Luckily, you don't have limb damage in this game, and I bet if you had it on hardcore mode, you'd be dead with that. But in order to not frustrate
30 seconds of
players,
oxygen remaining.
Let's see if we can get down here. I doubt it. I could just, suffocate down here in peace. We definitely are operating at reduced efficiency on the oxygen. Oh fuck! Nope. I mean, this is a cool area, but I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet or something. Or maybe it's kind of like a... Oh, and we're out of battery on that. But we have a spare because we don't always forget to repair. Be prepared. Let's see. Silver, do we need it? But we wanted that copper. That's good. I'm happy about that. So I'm getting the feeling this is just a kind of circuitous path back to that area with the weird alien artifact thing. And this guy just kind of chills out down here. Which, you know, it's working out for him, apparently. But I wonder what he eats besides the stupid adventurers. Because these little fish, I don't know if they quite. I am definitely dead. Good night, everybody. It was nice doing you.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, can we? Nope. Yes, maybe? Question mark. Alright, now if we can get back to our base, I'm gonna say I intended this from the start, and I'm just that good, but,
Oxygen.
I might have had a little bit in there. Nope. Alright, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Salute. Yeah. Well, you know, 14 is a good number of deaths, right? That's pretty good. It's better than 15. Alright, so what did I lose? I did see they do tell you when you lose something sometimes. So I didn't lose anything too consequential. I've never seen it make you lose equipment, which that would just be heart-wrenching. Now see, the good thing about having spare batteries is you can throw one on the charger here. And you can just grab another one out of the thing. Isn't that nice? Let's go ahead and get another fish. I could stand to eat. Lighter fish. Why not? I mean, water doesn't go bad, right? Make sure you don't have the lid on loose. It might get salty in here. I wonder if the salinity of this ocean is much more than the Earth's. So many questions. And I'm sure there's answers. Actually, if you look it up. Because they do try to flesh it out, it seems. Alright. Oh, by the way, never cook your bladderfish. I do that mistakenly sometimes, and I always just hate it. Because they don't provide that much nutrition, and it's a waste of water sources. And get some filtered water. Because surprisingly, we're hot. Oh, and that's another thing. Well, I can't do anything until I have that synthetic fiber. But I would like to, because unlike in the last one, unless memory serves incorrectly, they did not have these. Wow, just I don't even know what the hell starts to go in these architect tissues and stuff. Let's see. I would like to know more about that ultra capacity tank. But this suit upgrade, you can get water filtration now. That's cool. They don't have like absorbing food from the water, of course. And there's also a thermal regulation ability too. But honestly, other than just the surface with the snow and stuff, I've never had a thermal problem. But if you go deep enough, it does kind of get hot. So that will happen. Though, again, I don't remember it being a problem in the first one. Now, it would cause your vessels to have power efficiency issues sometimes. Oh, no, it wasn't that. It was you could actually use the like thermal gradient to charge the power cells in the ship. So imagine like a giant submarine just running on the power of hot water. I mean, that's kind of cool, I think. All right. Did I remember to... I sure fucking didn't. I need a post-it note taped on my screen. It's like, did you remember to fill your tank up? And, you know, it's a terrible waste of space, but I almost want to start carrying an extra one around. Because the game thinks they're being all smart by locking you out with 2. But what if I just carried 3? Inactive. Are we out of fuel, or... Okay, we are starting to run out. We're only at 498 power, and a lot of that's being siphoned to that battery. But you can just literally chunk dead fish into this thing and turn it into battery power. I, for one, would hate to go to the geothermal vents. Yeah. See, I don't mind that part as much. It's the weird sea creatures and the Well, the plants, not the carnivorous plants for sure, but like just the monsters are the worst part for me. Like the environmental hazards, they're not so bad, and because you can kind of plan for them, and they're more or less constant. And once you have good enough gear, then it's not a big deal. But like this, no matter what kind of gear you've got, you're lunch meat. Because I mean, that's the point. When they were designing the game, they went in several interviews. They talk about this. It's like, oh, why can't we just give the dude a gun or whatever? And it's like, well, the idea of this whole game is you're not the top of the food chain, right? You're always going to be kind of prey. And well, for example, this is a torpedo arm fragment, and they kind of had it in the first one, and they toned it down a little bit. So if you're in the prawn, you can start fighting back a little bit, but at the end of the day, you got to use a lot more cunning to escape rather than just kill these giant creatures. And there aren't that many that you encounter, comparatively speaking, I guess. It's not like the sea is totally teeming with them. But if you're in a significant area to the story, or in a resource-rich area like this, they will have somebody who can give you a vibe check, I guess you want to call it. So you got to be on deck, ready to run. I just want that spiral fragment. That's what I really want. That is the entire thing that I want.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And I'm starting to think it's not down here. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but it's not the cool stuff I'm after, I guess. But then again, I don't know. It's like I see this and it's like, well, what is this? Some weird, not dodecahedron, but there's a geometric name for it, I'm sure. Well, it's not exactly a regular shape, but whatever. It's like the water turned green. Why is that? I don't know, man. It's like, look at this. It's like diamonds, rubies, uranium. It's like shit. All sorts of stuff. And all you got, I bet he eats these dudes. Maybe. Lithium. I wish they had more lead down here. That's what I'm really after. Well, spiral too, but lead is kind of cool to have. Because you can build reinforced stuff with it. And something else that I'm forgetting. Alright, anyway, I need to quit thinking about that and get back. And, of course, since I didn't put a beacon there, I have no real idea of where it is. So...
Warning. 30
you
seconds
ready
of
for number
oxygen
15?
remaining.
I really should build that beacon. I didn't pick up anything this time, I guess. So.
Oxygen.
Whatever. I just need to remember to refill my oxygen tank. Yeah, you know what? I'll think of it the positive way. It's just fast travel, right? 15 on the board here. We started with, 9, so this has been a very eventful stream as far as dying goes. I don't think I've ever died 6 times in one time. In this game. In other games, like Guacamelee, but that's different, right? Oh, see, I forgot to eat that, and believe it or not, it won't dehydrate me, but it won't poison me, so that's cool. But it only gives you 8, so. Man. Mineral. Now, it's not a mineral, but I'm gonna see if this thing can help me out. What if... Fragment. That's not really a mineral. Diamond. Metal salvage. Nickel is another good one to have. It's kind of an advanced material. Nickel in real life is really cool. There's your night close. We need that though. Magnetite, kyanite, limestone. Okay, we just cycled again. So we'll just take this out of our inventory. What did I have in there? It wasn't the scanner. It was... Well, it must not have been important. Ah, the repair gun. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it back. Because that way I can maybe remember to repair my sea truck next time I'm up there. I do have that extra cell. Alright, you know what? Forget it. It's not down here, I'm guessing. And I should be charging my battery. Actually, I'll just swap her out. How about that? Should be charged mostly. 82 beats. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll just pull that 82 and throw this 47 in there. It's not a perfect solution, but it'll work. Then we'll go back to our sea truck here and figure out what the hell's going on. Because it's just a lot of back and forth, back and forth. I wish he would tell me where the you might find these fragments. If it were something like this already here, I'd be happy for a second, and then I'd be really upset. You know how it is, right? Or if something's under your nose the whole time. It's good that you find it, but kind of annoying that you didn't earlier. There's nobody. Well, she's in there, I'm sure, but I can't say hey or anything. Let's see. While I'm down here, might as well check this out and see if there's anything else here that I missed the first time. Because usually at this point I was running out of oxygen. But it looks like I got everything here. And there should be an oxygen. Well, don't worry about it too much. And I didn't explore a lot of this over here. Because I assumed it would be thermal plant. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is what I was talking about with the now this is for your base, mind you. It's not for your ship. But you can actually use the well, one of these thermal plants if it's 800 degrees outside and you're in danger of burning. Now that's the thing. Like, how are you swimming in that? You must have an excellent suit.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It's like, can you just go in boiling water? Alright, we don't have a base up here, but we can go in that moon pool and get some oxygen here. So that's what we'll do. I won't even swap the tank. You know what? I bet I forgot to recharge it anyway, because
Oxygen.
that's what I do. We'll find out here in a second. I do it like how you can just like shoot out. Alright, did I remember? I did, actually. Well, that's cool. Alright, back at it. So I could have come back. Yeah, I didn't get far enough to where it mattered. Let's go back over here. And we're trying to find one more thing here. Ah, that's what we're looking for. Grab this bladderfish on the way. I don't think there's... Well, you don't know till you look, right? Got some more gold. It's got like the treasure sound or whatever, but gold's not really that rare. It's like ruby. I could pick it up, but I'm good on that, I think. Now, here's a weird fish. A discus fish. We've already scanned. We've already eaten one too, for that matter. Thermal plant. See if they've got a lot of these around here. I'm guessing around here there is an entrance to a very hot place. And on the suit, I don't think there's a good way to tell the temperature, but in your vehicle, there is. So, thermal plant. Okay, so this is what, 3 out of 3 or 3 out of 4? Oh no, we've already got the technology down pat. Alright, cool. Well, I don't have anywhere I can build it and use it, really. Look, another one. Damn. They really want you to get this. Another 2? It's like, come on. When that happens, the game is sending a
Rising
message.
temperatures detected
Ah,
in mineral
here we go.
rich fissure below.
We're in the geothermal areas.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
God, this is stupid, but I'll do it. Yeah, wow, look. They're really trying to get the point across that the thermal plant would be kind of a nice thing to build here. But it's just titanium as far as I'm concerned, right? What you got to take. And if I find the spiral plant... Oh, now look at this. Now here's some cool stuff. I bet there's... well, there's a PDA. Ah, another margarita log. Yes, yes.
There I was, 500 meters below
This is
sea
part
level.
1.
Chunks of the sea base sank around me. One hand gripped the monster's scales. The other was clamped around the shard of metal I'd lodged into her eye socket.
Oh, so she killed it too.
Wounded, maybe, but still deadly. I'd already taken out one eye. I damn near carved out the other. We were headed for the void at the crater's edge. Blinded, she was spiraling deeper. I had a choice. Hold on, or let go. I clung for dear life as she took us deeper. I had 1 minute of air in the tank. Back then, I could go another 3 with what I had in my lungs. So I had 4 minutes to kill the Reaper, minus a few to get back to the surface. It ain't that I like killing folk. It's just sometimes what you need is on the inside of someone else's ribcage. I killed that beautiful, terrifying creature, and I made for the surface. When I caught my breath, I realized we'd come further than I thought. I was surrounded by watery void, just me and ocean.
Oh, here we go.
Nothing else.
Well, on that note, it's time to die. But hey, you know what? It was useful. It was interesting. What's really holding me back, though, and I keep harping on this, is that spiral fragment. Because if I had the depth gauge or the depth upgrade Mark II for the sea truck, that would be no problem. That's really putting a cramp on the style. How's the battery doing? Oh, it charged. So it charges when you're not anywhere near it. That's good. Let's go ahead and put that back. Huh. Well, I wonder if there's anything I can really do useful right now if I can't quite get that. I mean, there's little bits and bobs here. I'll make, I'll do what? I'll do one thing. I'll make a little supply run for some more lubrication, because we're going to need it, I think. And then I think that'll be it till I can, do the lame thing, check out a guide, but I think that beats circling round and round over and over again. Man, it's going to be obvious, too. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, well, you didn't check the air. What were you thinking? Forgot to fill my tank up again, by the way. But we're close, so I can live with it. And there's an oxygen plant on the way. It's like this light, man. That's a cool light. I really like looking at lights underwater, watching it diffuse and stuff. Got a waterproof flashlight, and I just like to put it in the sink sometimes. Well, I don't do that too much anymore, but when I first got it, I sure did. All right, I can't go to 300 meters. Part of me's like, well, you only got 43 on the health, so you need to be repairing that soon. $277 meters. I'm confused now. I think I got turned around here a little bit. I think this might be the way out. Well, anyway, as long as we don't go below 300 meters, we'll just chill out here. Okay, I'm starting to recognize this a little bit more. Now there we go. We're out now. Nothing to it, right? It's like 42 health is not as low as... What the heck is this? That's alien technology, that's what it is. Can this guy get me in here? Probably. Let's not find out. And those other guys are just annoying, but not something you really need to worry about. And those are peaceful, so that's nice. They also look kind of cool. It's like a whale shark. Is that a discus? Oh, it's dead, that's what it is. Well, there's nothing at Delta for us. And if we go this way, I do have another battery. So let me, actually, before I forget to, let's go ahead and pop that one out. So that, well, 66 is better than nothing. And I'll repair it too, because I did say I was going to do it. Pretty fast process. It's not as batteries intensive as I thought either. I guess they intend for you to get messed up a little more than I am, which is cool, I guess. I need 8 and 100. In we go. Alright. Oh, man, it's tempting. Alright, let's do it. Let's find something cool. And hey, it might even lead us to some of that spiral shit. Alright, 150 meters. We're good, we're good, we're good. Weird creature thing. Alright, it's down there. We're up here. Shark, squid, crazy guy. Oh, now here's a rift, I think. That guy is serious business. Okay, don't want to get caught by that one.
An active volcano detected nearby.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I have not been here before. I'll say that. Okay, well, it's a good thing if I'm going to be swimming into it. So don't forget, 296, we're out. We can't let that thing get crushed. Sea glide. Diamonds, rubies. You find those around the volcanic areas, it seems like. Heat and pressure. Now it says it's inactive.
With this artifact, I am again able to trace the imprint of my people. They survived for a time, but then their presence becomes faint.
Huh. Do I want to grab this ion cube? I do. I'll grab both of them, and then I'll scan this thing. Yes, yes. This is a ground sampler. It samples the ground. Now,
New technology
will I die
acquired.
if I go in there? Probably, maybe. There's some cool things. Oh, now this is nice. We can build an ion power cell. What the heck is that? Well, funny you should ask. Oh, booster tank. Speed boost. Okay, yeah, I don't want to use my breathing material to go faster, excuse me. Let's see. Ion battery. Now, I don't think you can recharge those. But I don't remember. I'll have to look that up too. Because that's not really an expensive bill of materials. And, you know, it sounds crazy, but it doesn't require copper, which I'm thrilled about. Because copper is one of those things that it's easy to find in theory, but when you need it, you don't have it, like ever.
Warning.
Also, I
30
just spent
seconds of oxygen remaining.
a minute reading a book underwater. That was dumb. Well, shit. We'll make it, I think. It's only 200 meters.
Oxygen.
We will not make it. However, we will be very close. So as far as stuff goes, we're all right. But I do have to be what is it? Have integrity and hit that death button. Wait, did I forget it for the last one too? I can't remember. I'll have to watch the VOD. Because I want to keep that accurate. Did I lose it? Oh, surely I did. Yeah, I surely did. Because I know I picked up 2 ion cubes. Man, if it made me lose them, I would not be happy. See this? I mean, it's bright green, so you should be able to see it, right? I think they're just gone. I'll go back down there, but actually, before I do, I recharge the oxygen tank because that's the same thing that
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Is it really worth an ion cube? I don't know if it is. But it's really to answer another question, right? What happens to your stuff when you die? And come back to life? Because I've seen titanium where I've lost it before on the floor of the ocean. But maybe high value items, they do not do that for. And they certainly wouldn't respawn them. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I've been pretty decent about gathering the rest of them, so don't be in there.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, so I think next time on the main agenda is before then, I need to find out where to find this spiral fragment. I need to head in that direction. But before I do that, I'll use one of my ion cubes, and instead of building
Oxygen.
a thingamajigger, I will do a ion battery for my sea glide, because it eats up batteries if you haven't noticed. And this area is cool, but I don't know if there's anything else to it, because we've already kind of checked it out. Alright, now this guy, he's going to try to step up to me. He's going to be sort of mistaken. That's what I thought. Okay, so those guys have EMPs apparently. That's great. I know I typically like to end the stream on a base, but yeah, we can make it. We'll make it. And besides, if I were guessing, it's going to be higher than lower where we find this, or at least not down where we were before in that other base. Okay, who's trying to creep me out? That guy. So yeah, that's going to be. We'll just stop at the forward base here. And that'll be it. See, this one's kind of blue, and normally they're purple. So it makes me think, what's special about this one? Well, that's it. That is too. And it's purple now. Getting closer to it. It's just water being tricky. Alright, let's see. Is this guy gonna be bothering us? No. Man, it's like these guys aren't really much to worry about, even if you aren't in a vehicle. But they sure like to put them out in the game. It's probably the most prevalent hostile enemy I've seen that I can remember anyway. They're not too bad. As long as you've got a knife or you can swim decently, or if you have a sea glide even, you're just set. That sulfur might be good to remember it's there, but I won't pick it up yet. Alright, here we go. Home sweet home. Step out. Get back in.
Welcome aboard,
Welcome
Captain.
aboard, Captain. I always love that. And yeah, I think that's a wrap for today. I think that's pretty good. So, did we accomplish much? Not necessarily, but we got some cool new ingredients and some new technology, and answered or brought up a lot of questions, not necessarily answered them. So, I think it's a good springboard for next time. So anyway, I'll head it back to I'll save first, because if I forgot to do that, I would not be happy. And we'll just quit, and we'll go back to our Zatsu real quick. Say our closing remarks. All right, so that was part 6 of my Subnautica series, and overall, pretty good. We still did not find the spiral plant. That is unfortunate. But I think next time I'll have it looked up. We'll be able to head right for it, or thereabouts. And once we get that and get the depth upgrades go. Oh, thanks, man. Once we get the depth upgrades on that, we'll be able to get all these little areas that were just barely out of our reach, because I think oxygen economy is our biggest problem. Probably be next week before I do another Subnautica stream. But like I said, Wednesday's Maple Story is postponed till tomorrow, so I'll be playing that tomorrow. And I will be looking to finish Guacamelee probably Tuesday of next week, assuming nothing comes up. And I don't think it should, because there's not a big holiday weekend and traveling that gets in the way, right? Maple Story, yeah. Actually, I'm enjoying it more than I thought. Like grindy stuff is normally not my thing, but I know you're not too big on the story, but it's kind of got me interested, to be honest. Kind of want to see what happens, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, thanks for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow.